What's going on, guys? Today we are updating the running back tier list, and after yesterday I felt like this video was definitely necessary, so we're here today updating it. It's also been about a month since the last update to this tier list, so we're gonna be adding a couple more names as well. Of course though, if you are part of this 67% of people who watch the videos and aren't subscribed, let's change that right now. That's most likely you right now. Head down there, hit the subscribe button, turn those notifications. We post daily Madden 24 content, gameplays, tier list, best cards to buy, best budget cards, all that stuff right here on the channel. So definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's of course always appreciated. I know he's already on the tier list, but I do want to start today talking about Bo Jackson. Maybe if you aren't familiar with Bo's game, this is probably one of the best buys still in the game. Some of Bo's prices have kind of gone up. They were like 80K a few weeks ago. Now they're up to like 120, which is interesting to me. But Bo Jackson, if you have the combine strat card, it's easy 99 speed, 6'1", 227. And it's crazy how good this card is, and how he's even being compared to golden tickets is just stupid. But yeah, discounted abilities, he's gonna get evasive and tank. Tank's actually becoming a very important ability, as now people have avalanches all over the field, so having tank can counteract that. So tank evasive is a very good setup. And even bruiser if you want to do that, but I think tank evasive for 1 AP, and then you also match that up with the Angry Runs NFL Combine. The reason why Angry Runs NFL Combine is the best version of Angry Runs is because it's only off for the first 9 plays, and then it's on for the rest of the game guaranteed, whereas others you have it like 66% of the time or 50% of the time on for the game. So yeah, Angry Runs is definitely the best one, and it's only getting 1 AP. So a 2 AP setup on Bo Jackson with these physicals, these stats, and he probably has one of the best builds in the game at 6'1", 227. It's hard to be better than that. So Bo Jackson still is an S tier running back. He's just still a monster. That's all I can really say about him. Next man up is Raheem Mostert. Okay, Raheem Mostert, 99 speed, 99 acceleration base, which is great. I mean, we're starting to see golden tickets get that now. As a ball carrier, looks pretty good. Good COD, good juke move, good carrying. I'm not a great pass catcher, but has catching stats and decent short route running. Even though he does get RB Apprentice if you want to run that. Evasive joystick, pretty solid there. I'm definitely not going to run matchup Nightmare. Definitely either going to be evasive RB Apprentice or evasive human joystick. But Raheem Mostert, honestly though, for a Raheem card, I've seen a good amount of this card. I played against this card a pretty good amount. He actually does play pretty well. So I'm actually going to put him up here. And I actually do want to talk about Peyton Hillis real quick. Let's talk about him right now. So Peyton Hillis is still one of the best running backs in the game, and if this car was just a little bit faster, like I'm talking like 97 base speed or even 96, he probably would be an S tier running back still. I was using this guy just recently, and from when you hand the ball off to when you get to open space, he plays like some of the best running backs in the game too. He has crazy juke moves. He's the perfect height, like 6'1" is great for juking, and 240 is the perfect height where you still get good juke animations. And he does get angry runs, of course, which is crazy. His angry runs isn't that great, as it is a 50-50. It's a 50-50 X factor, as you have, it's on for 8 plays, and then you rush for 8 yards. You rush for 1 yard 8 times, and it comes back for that 8 plays again. So it's kind of an on and off thing, but does get jukebox for 2 AP. With Angry Runs, where is it? Angry Runs Collector's Edition, I believe, is free. So it's just a 2 AP setup on Peyton Hillis. And the card goes for 30K, but he's one of the best running backs in the game. I'm talking like if you run an inside zone, you're going through the tackles, you're making guys miss, the card moves and plays like anyone else. But when you get to that second level and you need to finish that big run, that's where this card does get caught. But really, he's still a frustrating card to face. He's going to break tackles, he's going to move great with the jukebox. Just a great card, and even a pretty good pass catcher as well. So Peyton Hillis, wondering why he's still up at A tier, that's why. Angry runs with jukebox, and he's literally like the perfect height and weight for a running back in this game. Like, he's built perfect. I cannot wait to see what his next card looks like. Next man up is Todd Gurley, 6'1", 227. I actually really did like this card. I used him a lot in the draft mode. I used him a lot, for my team for a little bit. But 98 speed, 98 acceleration. Good as a ball carrier, good juke move, all that good stuff. Not a great pass catcher, but if we head down here for the abilities, only letdown is no X factor on this card. You know what I mean? That's really the big letdown. Jukebox, bruiser is probably gonna be the setup. I don't love this combo, as I don't love power back animations this year. They're just not good. They're just not. Like, they slow you down too much, even if you go for a truck or a stiff arm. To me, stiff arms only really work if you're like trying to get into the end zone or get a first down. You know what I mean? Like, you're better off just juking in a lot of instances than trying to run a dude over or go for a stiff arm, because it just slows you down too much. So bruiser, yeah, you can run it with jukebox. Todd Gurley, he moves okay, I will say that. For whatever reason, like, I feel like him and AP are kind of similar to me, where they feel like on paper these cards should play great, but when you get them in the game, they just don't move like they should. And I'm not sure why that is. I have no idea. but I feel the same way with Adrian Peterson as well. But either way, Todd Gurley, I'm still going to put him at the top of A tier. He'll end up getting pushed back a little bit, but still a very good option at running back. Just solid ability, solid build, and good stats. That's what we're looking for. We brought the man's name up. We might as well talk about him now. We got Adrian Peterson, 99 speed, 95 acceleration. I believe this might be the reason why AP feels the way he does, but I really don't know. Like, again, running backs in this game, some years they just feel like they all play the same. I feel like other years they just feel like for some reason cards are just different. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that 6'1", 220 mix, but then Bo's 6'1", 220. So wide is Bo? I don't know. I really don't have an answer for you. It's just how I feel when I use the cards. Adrian Peterson, his biggest issue is when he jukes. He has problem accelerating out of his juke animation, which makes sense because he has pretty low acceleration for a 99 with 99 speed. So you just kind of feel a little bit more when there's all 90, 99, 98 speed guys on the field with you. As a ball carrier, stats are beautiful. As a short route runner, as a receiver, he's also just a beautiful card here. And then for the abilities, he does get first one free as a pre-baked ability. Not an X factor, it's an ability. So the first juke, you're going to make the first guy miss every single time. And effectively, this is kind of like Angry Runs or Freight Train. It kind of is, but you have to juke in order to activate it. So you can't just be running and it just automatically pops. You have to juke in order to do it. I do like this card's abilities, though. I like evasive and tank for 1 AP, evasive or backyard halfback if you don't have a hot round master. Or if you don't want to go tank, you can go evasive energizer. I think all his setups are really good. Adrian Peterson, really good, and these ULs are very good cards. We're going to get some pretty glitchy ones, I would imagine, here to end the year. I just feel like that's probably what's going to happen. So Adrian Peterson, a card I definitely do like. We're going to throw AP up here at S tier. I would still go Bo Jackson, though, which is crazy. I don't. People might not like that because he's a 99 overall, but he just is. I mean, the NFL Combine Freight Train is just too. It's just too nasty, bro. It just gets too nasty. And next up, we have a super underrated card. This is probably, and again, this makes no sense to me because DeMarco Murray to me felt better than Adrian Peterson did, and I don't understand why. Like when he jukes, you know what I mean? That's probably the main thing. But for some reason, he felt better. But literally, he's got worse speed. Acceleration's the same. They're pretty much the same build, like 220, 6'1". Ball carrier stats are pretty much equivalent, like they're equal. I'm not going to go as far as to put DeMarco Murray in front of Adrian Peterson. I'm not a madman. I do think AP does just play better, more consistently because of the first one free. But Jukebox Tank for 1 AP or Jukebox Backfield Master or Backfield, it's pretty much Adrian Peterson's setup if you look at it, but minus the first one free. That's the big difference between DeMarco Murray and AP. That's really the big difference. So DeMarco Murray, one of the more slept on cards in this game, in my opinion. I think it's really good ability. He's a really solid option. Yeah, I'm gonna put DeMarco high A tier. Really good card. Really good card. I wish he had an X factor. If he had a pre-baked like AP, he'd be talked about like AP. Simple as that. And next up, we have Saquon Barkley. This card's stats are really, really good. Saquon cards always just move well. They always play well. This card is literally no different. 99 base speed, good acceleration. His cards always just move really, really nicely. And for the abilities, again, it's a setup that you want to see. It's evasive tank, which again against avalanches is big. Evasive energizer or evasive backyard halfback for 2 AP, but you could definitely do that. So Saquon Barkley, great card. And again, I need to mention this in every single running back tier list video I make. X factors on running backs are the most important thing. They are the most important thing in this game. As a running back, doesn't matter what your stats look like. You're not breaking 15 tackles to 17 and maybe even 18 tackles a game without your X factor. You need it, okay? And the guys that get it, they have that potential immediately. 10 broken tackles, 15 broken tackles a game. Whereas some guys like this, they don't, it's not possible. Like you might be lucky to get 3. You know what I mean? That's a big difference. That's the difference between touchdowns and first downs and all that stuff. So the X factor is just so important. I just can't really put that into words. And if you play the game, you know what I mean? So Saquon Barkley, great stats, great build, plays great, abilities are nice. I would actually put him behind DeMarco Murray. I think these cards are both very good cards. Both very good. Next up, we have Josh Jacobs. And this card honestly could be a little bit higher. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. If you are even grinding for your AAN HPI cards, but this one's actually a pretty good running back option. The only problem is, is it really worth grinding for this card as your free AA and HPI card when there's safeties that get it and some other options out there too? I would say probably the safeties are the main ones that people are going to go after. But 98 speed, 99 acceleration, 97 agility, does get all 32 team chems as well, so it's basically free 99.99. And then as a ball carrier, he's also just very good. And it's crazy that if they didn't add those special X factors to the golden tickets yesterday, these cards would have been better than golden tickets. They would have been easily. I mean, 3 ability slots, once you're fully upgraded, you're able to go with, my setup would probably be evasive, tank, and maybe joystick, or evasive. I mean, I don't have a hot route master QB right now, so it would probably be RB apprentice, maybe human joystick just to save some AP right there. But the only problem with this card is no X factor. Really, other than that, he gets a very good ability setup. 5'10", like, I don't love 5'10" as a height as far as movement in this game, but it's not bad at 220, you know what I mean, with these stats. I think Josh Jacobs is a high A tier card, and again, he can be argued to be maybe a little bit higher because he gets so many abilities. And again, why do golden tickets only get 4 abilities where these cards get 6 abilities? Like, I feel like golden tickets should be the king cards in this game, but they're just simply not, and I don't understand why that is. I really do not. Either way, Josh Jacobs, high A tier. So when you talk about running backs in Madden that just move amazing, always play great, Cordarrelle Patterson's one of them. I think Bo's one of them. I think Dickerson's one of them. I would definitely put Hillis in that conversation this year. So Cordarrelle Patterson had a chance to be the best running back in the game. Okay, he had a chance if he got his AKA vault. You know, the what was it called? What was it? Flash or whatever they called him. And he had the you know, he was broken. What do you have? The Phenom or whatever it was last year, which we don't have this year, but it was broken how good that card was. I wish they gave him that LTD. But 98 speed, 98 acceleration, and an amazing pass catcher. Obviously can probably play your slot receiver, to be honest with you, with these stats. Just maybe a boost in the mid route running, and he's 99. He can play in the slot for you. Low catching traffic I don't love with KOs, but either way, 99 catching traffic, you know, 71 you're still gonna get popped either way. But good juke move, decent COD, just probably a little bit higher, good spin move. Of course, a bunch of different team chems, and then for the abilities, he's gonna be your you know, just a pass catching back. He's not gonna get tanked. So to me, jukebox, backfield master, even if you have hot route master, backfield master makes a difference as far as catching and route running goes as well. So it's definitely nice to have that. But jukebox backfield is probably the best setup, or if you want to go 0 AP, jukebox matchup nightmare. So Cordarrelle Patterson, I feel like where he misses is maybe just in the abilities a little bit. So I would actually probably put him, I probably would put him somewhere in this range, maybe here. Yeah, I'll put him here. I think Josh Jacobs is RB6 right now in this game, and we're obviously going to finish the tier list, but that's A tier. I'm surprised that Josh Jacobs placed him, but those abilities are just really nice. Simple as that. But that's A tier for you guys. Let's get into our S tier, guys. Getting started with golden ticket Darington Evans. So yesterday on my grading all of the golden tickets video, I gave Darington a D grade. Okay, that was before the X factors now. Do I love Darington's build? I don't love it. You know, 5'10", 203. There could be better, and do expect that for running backs in this promo as they come out. You're looking for around 6 foot, 5'11", 6'1", about 220, 230, up to 240. That's what you're looking for. And I wish someone made a Peyton Hillis, because he would have been broken on this game. He would have been absolutely busted. But either way, this is a 6 downs on and then 3 downs off X factor, which is a 66% on rate throughout the game if he plays every single snap. So 99 speed, 99 acceleration. Again, like there could be a better build. I do still think this card is an S tier running back. Obviously, he's a golden ticket. He's gonna have, I think his abilities are pretty good. I would have loved to have seen a tank on him or Breece, but jukebox joystick feels great, plays great. You're good. And then you also can run, you know, obviously angry runs. If you're not going to throw the ball to your guy out of the backfield a lot, then probably just go Freight Train, as it is free and does the same thing pretty much, besides on pass catching, where Freight Train that doesn't work on caught passes, only angry runs does. So that's why it's that extra 1 AP. But if you're not throwing the ball to your running back like that, just go Freight Train. It's free. But yeah, not bad at all for Darington Evans, a nice golden ticket. But I do expect us to look back at the golden tickets this year, all the running backs, and Darington Evans still be towards the bottom. I do expect that, because also the fan-made golden tickets, they're going to have, I think, an extra ability bucket, I believe is what they said, and they're also going to have the X factors too. So the extra ability bucket will go a long way, as he's able to get 3 abilities, and you see what it did for Josh Jacobs. It made him it lifted him pretty high. And next up, we have Breece Hall, okay? Breece Hall, golden ticket. I think before they fixed the X factors, again, he's just another running back. But these stats, look at these stats, man. This card plays amazing. He moves great, good weight. Height could have been, 6'1" would have been nice, but 5'11" is great. The card moves great. I have no complaints really with this card. I used him all day on stream yesterday, and he goes crazy. He really does go crazy. Even once angry runs fizzles out, he's still breaking tackles. But you know, the catching, it could be better. I mean, it's better than Darington's pass catching stats, but you know, for the abilities, you go angry runs or whatever. We kind of did that same spiel with Darington, but evasive and human joystick's really, really nice. I don't think playmaker or route tech's really worth running, but evasive joystick, and if you want to go with an energizer or repercussion, whatever, or recuperation, sorry, for just 1 AP, If you go freight train, or 2 AP if you go angry runs, or you can get rid of recuperation if you want to go angry runs. It's up to you, whatever fits on your team. Breece can do it. So Breece Hall, to me, I'm going to put him up here in front of Bo Jackson, okay? And now let's talk about Eric Dickerson. So Eric Dickerson, with no token, is probably a guy you're going to see here. The card still moves great. The card still plays great. But again, without an X factor, the card just becomes somewhat average. That's just how these cards are. I'm sure if you put an X factor on Cordarrelle Patterson, he'd be up here. You know what I mean? That's the kind of difference that these X factors make on these cards. So with no token, Dickerson's probably like a high A tier option. But with that token, the fact you're able to get angry runs NFL Combine, which is the superior X factor. You get joystick, you get energizer, you get jukebox, and you get tank for just 2 AP is crazy. That is a crazy setup for Dickerson with the X factor. So with the token, with the X factor, I believe Eric Dickerson is still the best running back in the game. If you are using your token elsewhere on JJ Watt, Troy Polamalu, whoever you're using it on, then I would lean. It would look something more like this, where that's probably what I would say. I would use all these guys over Dickerson, because Dickerson he moves amazing, all that good stuff. But again, that X factor is going to have your opponent feel a little bit different than not having it. Just easy to kind of stop the run if someone doesn't have an X factor running back. But yeah, that's my top 5. We have token Dickerson, Breece Hall, Bo Jackson, Adrian Peterson, Darington Evans. That's my top 5 right there. Drop a comment down below. Who's too high? Who's too low? Let me know down in the comment section. And of course, as always, I will see you boys in the next one. And do not let this video distract you from the fact that Bo Jackson is still one of the best buys in this game. Okay? The fact this man's going for 100K and he's a top 3 running back is crazy. Okay? He's being comped to golden tickets. Okay? Keep that in mind. I have a good rest of your day. I'll see you boys in the next one.